Welcome everyone to your Mercury Retrograde in Cancer reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. This reading will be time-stamped and sent to each and every individual sign. Okay, let's go. First two cards we have out are the Akashic Stargate and the Discovery. But before we even get into that, I want to just break this down really quick for you guys, okay? This Mercury Retrograde in Cancer is this profound cosmic intervention. Okay, it's designed to help people discover the lost parts of themselves by accessing past emotional patterns and deep soul memories. That's what's going on. Okay, so we have what? So the card that's coming out for that is Soul Aligned, Remembering Home, and Soul Family as Star Gathering. Okay, so that is the overall theme of what is going on with this Mercury Retrograde in Cancer. Okay, and of course you'll have all the other little Mercury Retrograde things that you guys already know about, which we will not be talking about because it is like everybody already knows, right? Okay, but this is about the core theme, the deep cosmic intervention. Okay, so with this Akashic Stargate sitting here, this card represents the access of infinite wisdom, past lives, and soul contracts, in which we also got for the overall Cancerian energy that's coming out for the Mercury Retrograde. Okay. During this retrograde, the collective is being pulled into the cosmic records, okay, the Akashic records of your own lives. And if you guys are interested in a personal reading for this, you can find the information in the description area. You can ask a question about that, and that'll be that. If you want a whole reading, I will put that price in the description area, okay? It's not just about rehashing regular memories, guys. These are pulling you into the past, okay? It's about understanding this higher spiritual purpose behind old wounds, ancestral patterns, and reoccurring life themes. And it could be about that ex, okay? Because it could be about love. And they could return. No doubt. Let's not escape that. That ex could return because you could be what? Holding on to some kind of karmic residue that needs to be healed, right? So a lot of times you ghost someone, they're going to come back, right? Because it's not resolved. You have the Discovery over here, which is talking about uncovering hidden truths, gaining new perspectives, and finding the clarity. Okay, paired with this Akashic Stargate, it means that the retrograde isn't meant to just stall the collective, but act as this like treasure hunt, right? People will suddenly start realizing why certain patterns keep repeating, leading to this massive kind of aha moment about your identity and your emotional triggers, okay? That's what retrogrades really are, is about bringing back that past to say, aha, this is what it is. And they're in each different sign for a purpose. The last one was in Pisces, so it was also very emotional, right? Okay. So let's get some, actually we're going to start here on the Akashic Stargate. Let's start here, guys. You have the Stargate heart opening, the heart chakra opening, unlocking, and the generosity. This is shifting the cosmic energy from the mental review into this deep emotional heart-centered healing. And then, I don't know, in the sign of Cancer though, this means the collective must be, it's almost like you must open up your heavily hearted emotional heart over here to heal the inner wounds, whether they're child wounds, old family wounds, whatever the wounds are. Saying open up, because this says aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. able to discover what it is you need to open your heart. See what we've got over here. On the discovery is honor the path. The truths uncovered during this retrograde must be met with self-compassion. Sitting next to the heart. Respect. Instead of judging yourself for your past mistakes, you as the collective is being asked to honor your survival, your growth, your journey that brought you here to begin with. Because remember, everything was there for growth. The reasons we all have pains, we all have wounds, everything was meant for us to grow. We go through these things, right? So it's saying, instead of looking at it as just a bad thing, see it as your growth and honor that path that you're on. Because a lot of us wouldn't even be on the path that we're on if it wasn't for these hurts, these pains, these bad things happening. And then that opens up the discovery of finding the gem, the diamond in the rough. So this is going to take you out of survival mode. So, I mean, this Mercury retrograde is fated. It's this like fated checkpoint. You're being asked to be pushed to open your heart and access that deeper soul history. And then, like I said, we have the star gathering over here, you know, pushing yourself. And it's also like pushing yourself to the deepest level and uncover this like vital missing piece of your emotional puzzle over here. This will help you like walk forward with this greater self-respect, honoring your path, knowing who you are, and not having to go back and forth through these karmic cycles. It will break those patterns. Okay? So it's all about breaking these patterns, my friends. Okay, so it's things like this, right? Okay, so let's get into each and everybody's signs individually. Okay, Aries. 2 cards and a clarifier for Aries, please. Do you have the 9 of Swords, to the 2 of Swords, and clarified by the Ace of Swords coming out. Ooh. This is some kind of powerful breakthrough that you're going through over here. Having the 9 of Swords says I'm no longer looking at anxieties. This is the end of a period of some kind of intense sleepless nights, mental torments, however it is. Saying I'm no longer taking that with the 2 of Swords in reverse. This is some kind of initial heavy emotional waves of Cancer season that may be triggering some kind of deep worries or old fears. But I like it reversed because it's saying, okay, it's okay though, because the mental anguish is over. And with the discovery over here, I love it because it's saying this is manifesting under this Aries energy, that you're pushing your own energy out. Pushing your own energy out. To stop fighting your own mind. It's like you're pushing yourself into that own energy, but that's what you're supposed to be doing. That was the whole point, is to take your energy, take yourself, and push towards what no longer serves you. So you're no longer standing at this stalemate over here, guys, with the 2 of Swords in reverse. Because you can clearly see now what's going on. You're avoiding some kind of, where you were avoiding some kind of difficult decision. It's almost like your impulsiveness of your own Aries energy is pushing back. You're saying no more to this. So you're definitely breaking through. And you're cutting through all the truth of the situation. Whatever that situation is, whether it's love, whatever it is, because it's saying, this is not going to happen anymore. I'm not in indecision anymore. I'm coming to the truth of what's really going on. And you're going to be using this Akashic Stargate that says, no wrong path, 2 of Swords in reverse. I'm no longer at a crossroads. I'm pushing through that crossroads. Okay, so it does look like the Mercury retrograde is going to be definitely pushing you towards what it is your truth is. and really finding that aha moment, finding that diamond in the rough. Very beautiful, guys. Okay, Taurus. Do you have the Hermit in reverse? To the Page of Pentacles? To the Tower as your clarifier? During this Mercury retrograde, you're forcing yourself out of hiding and demanding that you apply some kind of major past life lesson to this practical, real world opportunity that's sitting before you, Page of Coins. So wherever you were hiding out, wherever you were feeling like this is not where I'm supposed to be, it's pushing you out of that. The Hermit in reverse is like the withdrawal, overthinking. It feels like, Taurus, you've been deeply introverted lately, perhaps even hiding away to protect some kind of emotional thing that's been going on with you. It's like you're protecting your emotions, you're protecting yourself. And it feels like you're going to continue to keep doing so during this Cancer season. I feel like you're even going to protect yourself even more during this Mercury retrograde. Protecting your energy from someone as you're getting into your own practical place, reflecting. I feel like you're reflecting, but you're also protecting yourself. And then you have the Tower because you don't want something to fall. You're averting some kind of tower. So it's almost like you're looking at this tangible opportunity over here, some kind of new project, financial habit. It's almost like I'm protecting myself so that nobody gets in the way of what I'm doing, because I'm planting seeds over here. If I don't do this, it's going to cause a tower because you're avoiding some kind of total disaster. So staying away from everyone. But you have a purpose. It wasn't no practical reason. It's because you know that there could possibly be a tower, and so you're trying to restructure things behind the scenes for yourself. And I feel like you're staying to yourself and like you're not really telling anyone why or what you're doing. Maybe your very closest ones, but most people, they're not seeing it that way. They're like, why is Taurus hiding out? This is because you're trying to work out things. Not just internally, but externally as well. Okay. So this is going to be a big one for you, Taurus. Because you have to get into this introspective place. Yeah, you're trying to control the situation. That way you don't have to deal with whatever is trying to come back up on you. Some kind of karmic lesson. Maybe before you didn't take control of the situation and it fell. So this time you're like going within and you're saying, no, this time I'm going to hide out. This time I'm going to get practical about the situation. I'm not going to allow this tower to fall this time. Okay, Gemini. To Gemini. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. You have all Pentacles. Wow, this Mercury retrograde is restructuring how you value yourself within groups. Talk about honoring the path over here. I feel like you're shifting your focus away from relying on supportive networks and people and building towards this independent financial security for yourself, because you have the Nine of Pentacles. You're saying, I can work with people, but I'm not going to depend on people, right? Because that gets me nowhere, so I have to be more dependent on myself when it comes to this situation. It could be that you work in groups at work, right? It could be whoever it is. Maybe you've been putting a lot of, hey, they should be helping out and they're not doing their job. So now you're going to start getting things done, because it just feels like during this Mercury retrograde, you're actively reviewing your professional circles, group projects, friendships. And it's like you're looking out how well you are cooperating with others and how well they cooperate with you. And where do you fit into this larger puzzle? Well, if I'm not fitting in and it's not working, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, then I'm going to do things for myself. So it does feel like you're breaking down this like structure that wasn't really all that to begin with. Your expectations of maybe even family members. We're in Cancer. Cancer's about family. It could even be family expectations, and realizing that they're not fulfilling their duties. And it's like putting you on shaky ground, but now doing it for yourself and not worrying about what others are doing. It's just like taking back the teamwork for yourself. It's like they can help you, but your ultimate goal is to push yourself into your own power. So I'm going to have to push myself to the next limit to take control of this situation for myself. Otherwise, I'm just going to stay over here stuck, broke. Negotiations aren't going on. Maybe you're in a workforce where people are supposed to be negotiating, business deals for you. They're not doing a good deal over here for you. They're dropping the ball all the time. So now you're like, you know what? Just give me that name, that number. I will call myself so that way I can get this deal going the way it needs to be done. Too much procrastination. Something's going on here. But in the end, it's like you've already done this before. It's just this ongoing cycle. And now you're breaking that loop. Okay, guys. Cancer. King of Pentacles in reversed. Temperance. And clarified by the Seven of Cups. Ooh, interesting. Cancer, it's like the Mercury Retrograde is doing some kind of balancing act over here. I see you're balancing these cups regarding your material stability, which is currently triggering a lot of some kind of illusion or choices that keeps you in kind of this crossroads, Akashic Stargate, keeping you at this, I don't know which way to go. Starting with the King of Pentacles over here, guys, in reverse, this is the financial mismanagement. There's something going on that feeling instability, not feeling like you have enough, loss of control over your physical world. Pentacles are all about physical. Because the retrograde is in your sign, though, you might feel like you're usually grounded where you're supposed to be grounded has gone away. There's some kind of hyper focus on your scarcity, having some kind of career frustrations. And you're trying to balance out the situation with the Temperance. Sitting in the waiting game, being patient, balancing it out. And then you have this Seven of Cups, which is the daydreams, the wishful thinking, having too many choices and options. And that's what keeps you at the crossroads. So there's some kind of financial stress that you need to balance out during this Mercury retrograde. Going after your own heart's desire, knowing where you're supposed to stand. You could feel like there's a lot of smoke and mirrors going on around you, and you're just not sure which way you're looking. It feels like some of these choices are just seriously a mirage. So it's forcing you to figure out what's real and what's the mirage, and discover what it is that you're honoring your path for. So it could be triggering this control over money, but it's a lack of, right? So it's like it's saying, slow down, practice patience with the Temperance, and mix your emotions with logic. That's what she's doing. Okay, and that will help you with the overwhelming energies that are going on around you. It will find that destined path for you. It'll make you see what it is that you truly need within your life. Discovering that true path. Okay.